Hello and welcome to Unikron's Gaming, or welcome back to Unikron's Gaming. Today is another 2D Sunday-ish video, and we're going to be talking about two games, Gunstar Heroes and Dead Cells. So, first things first, let's talk about Gunstar Heroes. Right, so this information is straight from Wikipedia, and it says, Gunstar Heroes is a run-and-gun video game, developed by Treasure and published by Sega. It was Treasure's debut game, originally released for the Sega Mega Drive in 1993. The game's premise is centered around a pair of characters. I believe they're called, was it Red and Blue? And I think their brother's called Green, I think. And the Gunstars, in the efforts to stop an evil empire from recovering 4 powerful gems. So yeah, that's just a brief history on the game. Very brief, but you know what I mean. This is what I do. As per usual, let's do the 3 pillars. So we're talking gameplay, audio, and graphics. Let's just go with gameplay first. So the basics of it is this is a 1 or 2 player cooperative game. You pick either red or blue in 2-player. In single player, I think you can only pick, is it red? I don't know, you can only be one of the brothers anyway. It's left to right. There are quite a few stages where you're in a vehicle or a ship, because sometimes it turns into like a spaceship game, which is crazy. The power-up system is pretty cool. The first 4 stages you can choose which one you want to do first and beat the boss and get the gems. The bosses have 3 not 3 stages, but they got 3 they've basically got 3 different stages to the boss battles. So not stages, phases. Phases. The bosses have 3 phases which you need to defeat. So yeah, so that's the general gist. Gunplay, you can choose whether you want a fixed gun, so you can run around and you can only shoot in 8 directions when you're still, or you can have free gun, so you can run around doing 8 directions without having to stand still. Whichever one you prefer is up to you. The pros and cons to each. You can choose a particular weapon first, and if you get another power up, you have 2 slots, so you can mix and match them. So say for example, you pick homing missiles or homing shots, which are cool. There you go, look, you got 3 shot, fixed shot, and these are the types of shot you do. So if you pick the first one, which is like a machine gun, and then electricity can go through things to hit them. So you have like a machine gun electricity, which is cool. I don't know what those little things are there, but yeah. So I like the way that they mix and match the shooting, so that you can tailor your ammo to certain situations and certain levels. I suppose you can get really deep with it. I didn't get particularly deep because I didn't really understand the system that well. But I mean, it's a fun system though, and I did appreciate it. And also, you don't have to combine your weapons. You can still just use either a laser or just normal machine gun shots like I have here. But I prefer to do the third option, which is to combine them, as you can see here. You also have access to a slide. I don't know if there was invincibility frames on the slide. I don't think the slide could get you through stuff. I'm not too sure, because it got pretty frantic and a lot of times I forgot I had the slide. You do also have a throw. Like when you're really close to the enemy, you can throw them. You can bounce off other enemies as well. You can use that strategically as well. I didn't use it too much because, once again, you had to get really close, and sometimes I didn't want to get too close, because just in case I missed it, I'd get hit. So once again, pros and cons depending on how you play. I can see how people can get really good at this game though. Like a lot of runner guns, I am not that person, but I can see with all the options available to you how you could do that. Another good thing is infinite ammo. Loved it, infinite ammo, great. There wasn't like a smart bomb option or like a, get out of jail free card. There wasn't that, but it was still good. It was still good. And that realistically sums up the gameplay. So for the audio, I'm a little bit torn on how I feel about the audio overall. Yeah, I think the background music for the most part was really good. I did enjoy the background music. It's got a style of its own, sometimes a bit too twangy for me, but not enough bass, I feel. Yeah, but it wasn't that irritating twangy that some of the Mega Drive games had. So yeah, it was overall, I thought the background music for most of the stages was unique and sounded really good. There's a smidge twangy, there's a smidge, but yeah, it was good. It was that's a, you know, I'm doing it disservice. It was very good. It was very good. Yeah, I did have sorry, wow, I did happen to like it. So yeah, the actual sound effects, some of the guns sounded a bit weak. Well, no, not the guns, some of the ammo, and when you mix them, sounded a bit weak compared to others. Like, I understand the laser's supposed to sound laser-ish, but like the fire, I didn't feel like the fire had enough oomph, especially when I mix it with the machine, with the fast shooting machine gun bit. It just, I expected a bit more oomph in there, and it didn't really do that. It didn't really sound like that. Other special effects, like when you pick up a weapon or you pick up the heart, that sounded cool. When the enemies get hit, that sounds okay. There's a tiny bit of speech in there. The speech isn't the best, the clearest, but it was nice to have it. Overall, when you're shooting enemies, that sounds nice when they die, quite crunchy, but it's just for a run and gun stroke shooting or shoot 'em up game. It was just some of the way that some of the bullets hit enemies. The bullets just didn't sound. The impact was missing. The impact was missing for me. Explosions could also have been a bit more weighty, a bit more weight to them. But yeah, that's what I mean. The soundtrack was good, very good. Some of the general sound effects was good. A bit of voice stuff was a bit screechy. Some of the bullet shots sounded nice. When the enemies got hit, sounded okay. When they got hit, it sounded alright. The explosions a little bit weak, and some of the bullet sound choices were a little bit weak for my liking, for me anyway. Some of the pickups, when you got the pickups, the little sound there was okay. So yeah, it's overall good, but just a few things I thought could have been a little bit better for my liking when it comes to the sound. But overall audio quality, yeah, it was really nice. Done the Mega Drive proud. It was better than, say, I don't know, I'm not really a fan of, what's that game I didn't really like? Shakan or Shakan the Forever Man? Is it Shakan? Shakan? Have you pronounced it? But I didn't like the sound effects in that game. Some of the music sounded okay, but the sound effects I thought were horrible. But hey, this sounded much better than that. I don't know why I put the two up against each other there, but I just remember Shakan just being not my cup of tea. It didn't even do anything for my crumpets. It just wasn't for me. So yeah, but this game here, audio easily gets a thumbs up. It's still a class act. Okay, graphics. I just need to sum up really quickly. The graphics overall for this type of game, I think, are phenomenal. I mean, parallax scrolling. Me and parallax scrolling go hand in hand, and the parallax scrolling is wonderful in this game. The animation for the characters, I think, are great. The character designs are great. The art style and choice are great. I mean, look at the fake M. Bison. Excellent. This game has so much character, and it just, it doesn't look like any other game for its time. It just doesn't. You're not going to mistake Gunstar Heroes for anything else. This game truly has a unique art style. Animation is wonderful. Parallax scrolling is wonderful. The colors, It doesn't dingy, doesn't look overly bright, doesn't overly saturated. It's just a really good looking game. Yeah, the designs of the enemies, like I said, they're varied enough. The stages are also varied enough. It's even got a stage that looks like Monopoly. We got dice and stuff like that. It's crazy. Graphics wise, this game is absolutely wonderful. I can't praise it enough. It's got some weird bits in the gameplay department, but yeah, overall graphics just great, just truly tremendous. Can't say anything else. Everything about it, I think, is sublime. Yeah, I just want to quickly mention some crazy stuff in the gameplay department which I just didn't understand. Some of the gun selections that you mix seem a bit useless to me. And on this stage here, I died and I don't know why I died here. And if someone can explain it to me, cool. Because like I said, I don't really understand some of the gameplay oddities in this game. I mean, I was at the top of this machine thing I was on, or aircraft carrier, whatever it is, and it took me to the sky, and look, died. I don't understand how or why I died there. I don't. So we're just going to do that section again, and you'll see that I don't die there. So it's just strange. Yes, this run and gun stuff. This will probably be the last run and gun video I'll make. Because to be honest, even this was hard for me to do because they're just not for me. But I can appreciate why this game is seen and people love it so much. How it's seen as it's seen in such high regards. Look, oh, here we go. Look, I'm at the top again. Homing bullets do their thing. Let's go out of the screen. Come on. And you'll see that I do not die this time. I don't think I did anything different. Look, I don't get hit, I don't die. And it just comes down back into the screen. And we just continue. I don't know why I didn't die this time. I don't know why I died the last time. I don't get it. Like I said, it's got some strange stuff. Yeah, so how this game is seen. I can see why this is up there with the Metal Slugs. And if you're into the Contras, I'm not into the Contra games. I just don't see the hype around them. I just don't think they're good games. Yes, hate me for it. No, they're not for me, the Contra games. Or if you're in the UK, the Pro Protector games. But this, I can see why. There's something about it. It's just a bit special. And for me, I say it's a bit special simply because of the way it looks. I mean, it plays okay for me. But just the way it looks, it's got a certain charm, a certain characteristic to it, which to me puts it easily over the Contra games. This was the bar in its category before Metal Slug X, say, because I think I prefer Metal Slug X to this. And this would have been the bar for me because everything about this game I think is class. It is that good. Graphics, sound is not as strong as I would like it to be overall, but even then, graphically it is sublime. Gameplay, there's some oddities there which I don't quite understand, but hey, it is what it is. The gameplay is probably fine, just that I don't get it and I don't understand it. But yeah, some of the mixes of the weapons are a bit crazy. Like I think if you get the homing shots with the laser, they make squares like this. What are the squares supposed to hit? They're just weird. It does squares before it hits anything. So stuff like that I don't really understand. I didn't even know it follows you, but obviously someone could probably explain to me, say, no, you use it in this situation, and I'll be like, oh, okay, cool. But like I said, I didn't get it. Doesn't mean it's a rubbish game, it's just that I didn't understand the use for it. So yeah, long story short, I can see why this is a classic. I know that it's got some sort of sequel or remake or something like that on the Game Boy Advance, which is seen as the opposite. It is not held in high regards, generally. Whereas this is. But no, yeah, nothing but praise for this game. Initially, back in the day, I didn't understand it. To be honest, I don't understand it now. But I appreciate the game for what it is. And even here, at the end of this boss, I think once I kill him, you're going to see some nonsense. I die after the boss is dead. I don't understand why you would put that in the game. Look, he's defeated. And yeah, stage clear. Look, the stage is cleared. I've done it. I've beaten him. Cool. He gives me the gem. I think so. Okay, I've collected 3 of the gems already. This is gonna be my bam. Died. Continue. No. I'm out. I'm good. No, thank you. Okay, so the next game is Dead Cells, and I'm playing it on 3 boss cells, and I'm using tactics purple. And you can tailor this game to how you want it. Let me just give you a brief history of the game. All right, Dead Cells is a 2018 roguelike Metroidvania. I could have sworn this game came out in 2017, but all right, Wikipedia. Was it developed by Motion Twin and Evil Empire and published by Motion Twin. The player takes the role of an amorphous creature called the Prisoner. As a prisoner, the player must fight their way out of a diseased island in order to slay the island's king. The player gains weapons, treasure and other tools through exploration of procedurally generated levels. This is a roguelite. Dead Cells features a permadeath system, causing the player to lose all items and other abilities upon dying. You don't lose everything. So that I wouldn't say is correct. A currency called cells can be collected from defeated enemies, allowing the player to purchase permanent upgrades. So let me quickly speak about this game. The reason why this game is here, because a lot of Gunstar Heroes reminded me of Dead Cells, even though they're completely different, but they're very similar. You can choose the way you want to go. Gunstar Heroes, you could choose the first 4 stages. In this one, you can basically see the layout and where it's going to take you and to fight the different bosses and miss certain bosses. You can tailor this game. I've got this on, I can't remember what the mode is called now, but basically there's a spanner there to say that I've chosen what weapons will be unlocked. So I've chosen basically to have it play very similar to a run and gun stroke, Shinobi stroke, Rolling Thunder stroke, Robocop, you know, but with a lot more mobility. Yes, I've even got mobile turrets in the game as well. So yeah, I've made this game into a run and gun. You can make it into a hack and slash, whatever you want to do. And I've chosen the path that I want to take. This game, I think, has some of the best parts of most of the best games from back in the day. As you can see here, you can make the character look like what you want, but that's neither here nor there. That's just a thing that, you know, if you prefer the character as vanilla as possible, cool. If you want to make them look like what they want to look, cool. But what I will say, the graphics are really good. Great animation, great parallax. Stages are very atmospheric and very different from each other. And what's also good is that most stages have separate enemies. It's not just different colored variants like you used to get back in the day. So that's a nice improvement on the back in the day stuff. It plays very much like an arcade game. 1 credit, that's you. Or you can tailor it and have multiple credits and just play it like an arcade game. It gets a bit too easy if you do that. I just do the 1-hit death. But you can make your life bar bigger, which is also very nice. You get health potions, so you can get health along the way. Cool. You can improve your weapons. Cool. You can have something similar to, was it Castlevania, and have something follow you that hits enemies. Familiar. Nice. That's the closest you're going to get to like a Shadow Dancer dog companion. But you got something like that if you wanted to. I prefer to have turrets, mobile turrets. As you'll see here, they can do different things. Some can have flames, some can shoot out shots, some can have electricity. Another great thing about the playability is that you can mix and match stuff, which makes sense. So for example, I'm holding 2 weapons. One of them is a poison gun. All it does is shoot 1 bolt of poisonous ammo. Cool. It creates damage over time. DOT. Doesn't do the biggest amount, but all my other weapons, say for example, they do extra damage to an enemy that has been poisoned. Also, this game has great boss fights. And my turrets as well, since they do electricity, I can have some of my shots do extra damage to enemies who have been shocked. If an enemy is in water, I can throw a turret in there. and it just destroys them, because obviously water and electricity don't mix. So yeah, it's just stuff like that. But yet still, if I have a turret that is shoots fire and I'm playing on a level that is full of water and marshes, the turret doesn't do well, because obviously it's flame and the enemies get soaked, and therefore they don't go on fire and they can't set other enemies on fire. So it's just little things like that. That's nice. What else? Enemy design is absolutely fantastic. As you can see, I've got a parry there, which is nice. Yeah, enemy design is fantastic. All of the enemies look great in this game. The bosses look fantastic. The animation for these enemies is fantastic. Yeah, it's just a really good looking run and gun. If you want it to be a run and gun, it looks really cool. This game has excellent audio. The background music is sublime, wonderful. Oh, by the way, I'm very biased towards this game. This is one of my favorite games. This is in like my top 20 games ever. So I'm going to be saying good things about this game. This game is finished now. There's no more updates to it. So the finished product is very good. It had like 5 years of added content. It was really nice. But the finished product is great. Yeah, what I was saying there, audio. The background music is excellent. Some tunes are really good. Some tunes are good. Some tunes are excellent. But none of them are average. They just range from good to excellent. So yeah, background music, really cool. Enemy sound effects and roars and stuff like that, really nice. There is speech, but it's more speech like you know, Peanuts with Charlie Brown. Speech is more like that. Yeah, it's not like audible human speech. So yeah, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, so the sound is just really good. The sound effects for your weapons are really nice, really bassy, and really good. So yeah, audio spot on in all regards. I just want to give you an example of what I was talking about before. I've got electrical turrets, and there's a body of water there, and there's an enemy in there. I'm just going to drop this turret in and watch how fast these 2 enemies die, or 4 enemies there. Look, almost instant, because of the electricity. Does bonus damage. And one of the bosses is in water as well, so you make sure if you have that turret and you're on that stage where that particular boss is in water, in the swamps, even better. So yeah, it's just nice stuff like that. This game I really understand, and even when I make it into a brawler, not a brawler, like a Rustan type of game where I'm just using melee weapons, I still understand the game. Yeah, some games I don't really understand the meta, but this game I do. I understand everything about it. I wasn't really into roguelikes before this game, but this game turned me onto that genre, and I really like it. Because to me, they're very similar to old school arcade games, like trying to play a game on 1 credit. Once you're dead, you're dead. Get as far as you can. And what I like about this game here is that you get to keep certain weapons that you find. You just have to use your cells to buy the blueprints. Once you find the blueprints, and then you get that weapon, and you can choose it on your next run if you want to. So yeah, it's just nice, and there's a ton of different satisfying weapons in this game. I mean, as you can see there, I've got curse, and I have to kill a certain amount of enemies. Because if I get hit once, it's done. It's all over. There's something I can pick up, a scroll, a blueprint, and I can buy it when I get to the vendor. Oh, this game has vendors as well, so that's where you upgrade your weapons during the stages. The vendors can sell food, weapons, and shields as well. So it just depends on how you want to play. So you can tweak your gameplay to how you want to play it, which is nice. So yeah, and it's if you don't like a particular stage, you don't have to go through that stage, but bearing in mind that some stages in this game are really harder than others. So yeah, but I would advise anyone, play this game. You can play it on almost every format available, even on mobile phones, and it plays really well on mobile phones. I've got this on my Android phone. So yeah, I play this on my Pixel phones. It's great. The only reason I don't play it anymore is simply because there's so much stuff to unlock. I didn't want to do it again. Even the PS5 native version, I've already put in like, I don't know, maybe 150 hours into that version, because my game save didn't come over from the PS4 version. And PS4 version, I've probably got anywhere between 400 to 700 hours, so I didn't want to have to unlock a lot of that stuff again. So yeah, but I mean, it is another boss battle. As you can see, I'm just mincing through not mincing, wow, that word means something completely different now. I am just cutting through these guys like a knife through mince meat. I don't know, whatever, hot knife through butter. Yeah, whatever phrase you want to say, or term, or colloquialism you want to use that isn't a bit fruity. That's what I'm doing to these guys here. So let's want to show this action sequence here. This is just basically why I like this game so much. There's a lot going on. It might look like chaos and madness, but I actually know exactly what I'm doing. I make a few mistakes here. You've seen it in real time, and then we're going to rewind it, and I'm going to go through it in slightly slower motion just to talk through what I was doing and what I tried to do and what went wrong, and certain enemies, what I should have done. So here we go, we're going to rewind it, and let's talk about what actually was going through my head and what I did here. So obviously I come down through here, shoot the that weapon there to make sure that damage over time hits these people here. Any shots that come at me, I've got a parry shield in my backpack, so it parries all projectiles and hits them as well. There I missed that grenade there. I tried to parry it, but I rolled too soon. Shooting them there, get rid of them. I think myself, right, I should have down and jumped there, so I would have hit the ground, stomped the ground, set them on fire. I drop a turret there to take care of all those 3 enemies. Him there, the green guy, I thought this damage would have done more, but I rolled out the way and he's dead. They're all dead now. Turn around and shoot this bat here, and then stomp through this one. This is what I should have done to that green guy. Bam, there you go. See, stomp through and kill him. So nice. This is one of the last bosses, depending on what type of run that you do. Spoiler alert, she dies. Yeah, so I'm just gonna leave it here. I'll see you in the next video that I make. Hope you're having a good day, yada yada yada, blah blah blah, and peace out.